So just before I start and let you through this sheet, for data analysts, we already know that all these tools which we need to learn, and by these tools, we'll be able to analyze the data and provide the insights to our leadership or to the management we are working in the company, right? So as of now, when we are starting the sessions, the session starts at the very base, okay? And the very basic snapshot which we see on the screen. If you see on the screen, there are four different kind of a snapshot. Analyzing the data starts from looking at the data, okay, barging the data, and then giving the summary basis on. So we have some of the formulas, functions, advanced nested if functions, which help us analyzing the data, right? So we have very small snapshot by which we will be able to understand and you know make a base as we are start learning. So any one of you, both of you, any one of you have worked on Excel before? Every
Um,
any one of
yes,
you can answer if you want.
yes, I have
Okay,
worked, but in the basic level, not that pro.
that's completely levels. Completely the level is completely fine. Obviously, we start from basic only, and it is completely okay. At least we have started, so this is a good part of it. Okay, we know what Excel is, right? So guys, just giving you a heads up over here. This Excel is this a spreadsheet which you see over here is a Microsoft Excel, right? Which we already aware of. How do we open it? It is already easy, right? But let's understand what the interface is about. And before understanding more into it, let's understand what this is. So as of now, whatsoever the content you are able to see is in the spreadsheet in the sheet. So we are going to call it as sheet, okay? Something which you see above, this A, B, C, D, E, F, all the alphabets. These are name of the columns. Okay, these are columns in the spreadsheet. This spreadsheet is a combination of two different things. One is column, another one is rows. So something which is available vertically, all these are columns, these are rows, and the combination of rows and column. So this column number J I'm selecting and the row number 5 I am selecting. So the place where both of these things are meeting, this place is called cell. Okay, where you see this cell pointer is moving on my screen. And there is one request, guys. If please let me know if you guys are okay with it. The time when I'm explaining it to you, you please talk to me. The benefit of talking with each other is whenever we have some confusion, we are able to get that answer. You are able to get that answer for any of your query, and then you are able to move ahead, right? So Excel and all these things are like there are all these functions which needs to be cleared. Then only we should move ahead, right? So this is just a suggestion which I'm giving you in beginning. It would be great if you adhere to this. Now, the very new, so something what you see here, you already understood. Before going ahead, are you already on your system? You logged in by your device or you logged in by your phone?
By the device.
Okay, so you logged in by laptop or maybe a
Yes.
system, right? Great.
Yes.
Okay, great that you guys have the asset in front of you. So just for this exercising purpose, can you please open this Excel? And on Excel, just go to this file function. In the file function, you will be able to see this home, the new function which you see over here. Can you just search in the search box? Just first of all, click on the more templates and then just mention on the search box as tutorial. Are you able to do so?
Yes, I can do that.
I have a
Okay.
question that can we do it in the Mac also, or only it's available in the Windows?
Now, if you have Excel available in your Mac, then you'll be able to do so. Do you have
I don't
Excel
think
available in your Mac?
I don't think so. It's available. I'll just check.
No, it's completely okay. Even if you do not have, you can get it installed. It's completely okay, right? And you can download it from the browser. Okay. So as of now, okay, let's not get into that for now. As of now, let's clear our concept. So what we are going to clear in our concept, that what data is, how does it look like, how do we analyze it, and basis the data, what is the summary, what we are able to share it with our management team, right? That is the reason we are learning data analyst. And what we need to understand it, that what is the reason, I mean, these in companies, that these guys are hiring so many data analysts, because the requirement is completely basis the data. Everybody is creating the data whenever they are using any app or anything. Similarly, the company's customers are using their applications, they are ordering, they are getting delivered. Also, for everything, they are getting the data, and basis the data, the analyze process happen. So as of now, if you see, you are just need to be on my screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Just allow me a second. I'll just refresh it. So there are four different snapshot which you see over here. One is for fruit and their amount. Other one is meat and their amount, for item and items. So here, the very basic thing which we are going to understand, function and formulas. So you already know what formulas are, right? Formulas we have worked upon. The very basic formulas I'm talking about is plus, minus, divide, and multiplication, right? We already aware of it. But in Excel, how do we do it? This is from very basic, from scratch we'll understand. So these are four different type of fruits which we are able to see. And if any one of you guys can open the same sheet, welcome to Excel 1. If you are able to do so, it's fine. If you are not able to do so, just focus on this screen. We'll get it done. Okay, later on. For now, just focus. If you see, four different amount are mentioned for the fruits. So the very basic thing which we are able to do so far, that we are able to calculate it with 50 plus 20 plus 60 plus 40. But how this thing happen in Excel? If you see this, add number like a champ, select the yellow cell under the amount for fruits. So we are in this yellow cell, and what do we need to do? We just need to press one shortcut. And what is that shortcut? Alt equal. Alt equal. If you are able to see over here, press Alt equal at this place, and you will have the sum available for these. So the formula is sum. How do you edit? So for formula, just understand one thing. We need to start it from equal. This is the base of the Excel. When we are learning the formulas and the function, as of now, we are just trying to add numbers, and the formula is equal sum. So keep one thing in mind, whenever we are starting any formula or a function, we need to start it with equal, okay? Equal sum, opening the bracket and selecting range. Okay, as of now, just do not go by the formula, just see the result. We are going to learn all these things. See what it is mentioned over here. The 170 is the total of the amount, which is reflecting over here, right? The other shortcut is this place. In home menu, the summation is already there. So alt equal is the shortcut which it is showing. Where my mouse is, you see, automatically add it up. Your total will appear after the selected cell. So the selected cell, I'm just pressing this. So equal sum, opening the bracket and selecting the range and closing the bracket is automatically happened. So if you press enter, you get the overall amount over here. Okay. This is a very simple way to edit, pressing equal, opening the bracket after the syntax sum and closing the bracket. This is the way how do we do it. Now, when we are learning all these things, just see the fifth number of point over here. Now add the only numbers over 50. Select the last yellow cell, type sum if, and what this is, the condition is to add the numbers if the value is above 50. Did you understand what the fifth point is? This fifth point is related to, you have couple of amounts mentioned over here, right? And in this place, you need to add the values only when the values are going above to 50. You see where it is below to 50, okay, or equal to 50. I'll just highlight it with the color. See this one, and this one. All these are either these are equal to 50 or they are not above to 50, right? So what we will do, we'll just try to sum of it. And the sum is going to be 100, obviously, because this is something which is above to 50. But what is the way of doing it? You can copy this from here if you have the sheet available and paste it here. And the other way will just go in both the way. So as of now, if I click paste it, so what it is giving me 100. And if I try to change this, let me put the same formatting over here. I'll just copy this formatting from here and paste it here so the formatting is same. Now, if I just change some of the values, like I press 80, which is obviously about to 50, so the overall amount is going to be get changed. So how this will get changed? We'll change it here. Let's change it to above 50. Do you see it 180? So what is the logic what we need to learn? As of now, I just copied and pasted it from this place to this place. Now let's get into the background of it. The function. So there are something what you need to learn as of now. There are function and formulas. Something which you do over here. Okay, let me show you here. You do in the blank screen. Okay, 2, 3. What is the sum of it? If you guys are on mute, I'll just ask you to unmute yourself.
It's 5.
It's 5 is the very basic thing which we did. Same thing if we wanted to do it on Excel. So we have formulas and function. What we are as of now talking about, what is formula and what is function. So formulas are plus, minus, divide, and multiplication, which we already know. We are learning how do we perform in the Excel. Second thing, what is the function and what is the formula. So something what you see on my screen, if I'll just press equal, and as I start formula and function from equal only, this is something which we need to remember. So I'll press 2 plus 3. This is a very basic thing which I did. Equal is the way to start the formula. Fifth, this is a formula which I am trying to run. At the same point of time, if I try to run the function, so function is equal sum. Here you are not adding two values. The sum function already has the advanced option into it that when you select the range, it will automatically add the values. Okay. So what do you see over here as of now? It is selecting the range. Equal sum Q7 and Q8. So something which you see over here is Q7 is Q8. What this is? Q7 is and Q8 is name of the sale. So as of now, if you see this column number is Q and the row number is 8. Similarly for this 2, the row number is 7. Okay. So each of the sale is having one name. If you see on this place, just focus on my mouse where my mouse is moving. This place is giving you the name of the each different cell. Whenever this cell pointer is moving on my screen, if you click the cell pointer by the arrow key from your keyboard, okay, up, down, and right and left, whenever you click anywhere or by mouse, it will this name box will give you the name of the cell, a specific cell, and the name is combination of your column and rows. Okay, so here what you see is when we try to edit P7 plus P8 is nothing but the name of the cell where values are mentioned, and it is giving us the total of both of the values which are available. Okay, so sum is a function which is encoded by Excel. Okay, and this is a very basic formula which we do plus. So for doing the same activity, this is the formula. and this is function. How do we see the formula and function? If we wanted to see, just click on the equal formula text is one of the function, which if you wanted to see, just see it like this. I'll just drag it towards the right also, so it will show for the right. So something which you see over here, equal P7 plus P8 is a formula, and this equal sum is a function. Okay, so is this understood? Then I'll go ahead. The difference between formulas and function which you need to learn is because what we are going to learn the date related formula, information related formula, logical formulas. Okay, if you see on my screen on the top of the menu bar, all these formulas which are related to logical, text related formulas, date and time related formulas, all these are functions. If you see on this place, function library. Okay, so functions are the kind of advanced options created by Excel. Okay, so this is the basic thing which you need to learn, formula and function. Now let's focus on this file again. What it is saying. So here we need to add it for above 50. So there is not a formula. Sum is a formula which will just give you the total of it. Okay, but if you wanted to go for a specific one, okay, you have some logic behind this, that you want the sum only for above 40 or above 50. So what is the formula here you apply? Okay, like I'm going to apply it here, both the place where the values are same. Okay, this place the values are same, and this place the values are same. Now let's apply it, and apply it only for above above 20 or above 40. Let's apply it. Sum if. So how do we apply? We just press equal in the beginning. Now SUMIF. We'll just get to know about it when we do it on every day. So if you do not need to remember for now, sum if. So sum is for adding, if is for a condition. Okay, if this thing, this expectation met, then it should add. So what you need to see, you just select the range over here. What your criteria is, criteria. So this some this is a range and criteria and some range. What this is called syntax. Now press comma and criteria. What do you need to say? Criteria is always needs to be selected within a inverted comma. So I am within inverted comma, I am writing it above 40. Okay, above 40, which means it does not include 40. Okay, so I am closing the bracket. You can see the formula, equal sum if, open the bracket, select the range, and this is the criteria. Criteria is above 40. So the difference between both of these, what is the difference you see?
So there we have which is the we have selected in the other cell which is above 40, and in the
Correct.
other one
Yes.
we have selected which is above 50.
Great. Great. I think it's Teju, right? Who is talking?
Yes.
Okay, great. It's very nice that you answered it in a very nice way. So it is only giving you the overall number because we already have given the criteria, the condition should met, right? So the condition what we are talking about is above 40. So what is above 40 as of now? If you see, 80 is something which is above 40, 100 is something which is above 40, and similarly 50 is also which is above 40. Okay, 40 and 20 is not above 40, right? It is not greater than 40. So the difference between both of these amount is 60. 60 is the difference. Am I right? Here you see
Yes.
it's 230 and here you see it's as 290. So the difference what you see is combination, this sum of 40 and 20. So this is how we apply with if function. Okay. So what it is saying over here, try adding numbers sum if formula over here, but add the amount that is less than 100. Okay. Now there are a couple of different way. As of now, we have selected it within the formula greater than 40. We can do it outside of the function also. Okay, how do we do it? With selecting a range. Okay, how can we select the range? Instead of the criteria which is selected by me, I can give a cell reference also. Okay, I'll just select that the criteria should be greater than this or equal to this. Okay, as of now, let's focus on the same thing. Not going at the same day, I'm not going to cover a lot, so it should reach in our brain. Okay, so as of now, if I put it as a greater than 20, do you think this 40 would be also added for cookies? If you see, the price of cookies is 40, which was not added before. If I put it, just change the value, as before it was 40, and if I press enter, now you see this 40 also got added. Okay, why? Why? Because we have given the criteria ranges. The criteria is given as greater than 20. So as of now, the difference which you see is only for 20, and other range where you have the values available greater than 20 are already added with the sum if formula. Okay, so this is how we do it. Now let's understand more about the sum function. So in some of the above tips, we taught how to use the sum function. Here are more details about it. Double click a yellow cell on the right and then read along with the text. So what do you see over here? Sum. Okay, so what it is saying here, the very basic thing which we did is we have applied one formula. Sum formula is the basic formula which we applied, but just in case if you wanted to see the sum of the selected value, so Excel is providing you that already. So this is a status bar which you see where my cursor is moving. You see where my cursor is moving? Okay. So this place, the blank space which you see, this place is a status bar. Okay. So which is showing you, yeah, you are ready to do it, and all this places status bar. So if you select some of the value, this is 170 sum which you will be able to see. So 170 is the sum of it. When I'm selecting this data, do you see sum of it over here? You see where my cursor is moving. It is giving you
Yes.
average, count, and sum, right? So these three things are giving for a reference. You can validate it also if you want. Okay. That yes, when you applied this function, sum function, which is also giving you the 170 value, and here Excel is by default providing you the sum, count, and average, the basic functions. Okay, the answer of basic functions. So from here you can check it. This is just another way to quickly find a total. Okay, what it has been taught that if you do not want to apply the formula, you just select the values and you'll be able to see the sum, count, and average for it. If you want to add few more things, how you'll do it? You'll right click on this place. Okay, on this place where you have sum, count, and average reflecting, you just right click on this place and you'll be able to see customize status bar. Whichever thing you wanted to add in the this status bar, you can customize it from here, and you can click on these place all these functions if you want. As of now, don't make any changes. This is just for your information. Let's understand more about it. So how we are going to go, we'll have the same file open on your system and on my system also. So like the way I am doing it as of now, I think the speed is fine. I'm in fast. I mean, I'm going very fast or I'm going very low, or it is fine.
No,
Fine for
it's
you.
fine.
The speed
Yeah.
is matching. Okay, great. So how we will do? We will have the same file open on your system also. The same file I'll also have. When I'll work on it, you will work simultaneously with me. Okay? You'll get sufficient time. So in case if you have any confusion, you can stop me right that point. For an example, if you are trying to do something, as of now also you can ask me. So let's understand what else is over here. Okay, table is amount 20. Let's understand what this has been. Okay, 200. Okay, now there are different way to add the numbers. Okay, there are different way to add the numbers. We already have understood it in right side over here. There are two different way. Formula, by formula we add with the sign. Sign with, how do we do it? Equal, plus, minus. Okay, for an example, if I want 5 minus 3, so the answer will remain 2. So what I'll say over here, equal 5 minus 3. So the answer is going to be 2 over here, right? So we are using the sign. Okay, similarly, if I want to multiply it, I'll just add this equal P9 multiply by P8. So 5 into 3, 15. If I want to divide it, okay, for an example, this is 15 and I want to divide it by 3. So what I'll say over here, equal this 15 divided by 3. 5 is the answer. So all these things which I did by the sign, plus, minus, divide and multiplication, these are formulas, and functions are something which we are going to use as equal. When we press, we get to see a list of function over here, right? Sum, search, second, sequence, all these are functions, right? So when we are learning this sum function, what it is being mentioned over here, it's mentioned over here that when you have, what do you need? Total. You need total from this also, and you need a total from this also, and there are one more place. So if you see, we are going to apply it in the similar way. If you can see the screen, how I'm going to apply it in the similar way, equal sum. First of all, for adding it, I'll select the range. This is one way, comma, I need more numbers. Okay, within this range I have already selected. There is one more range. So the range is over here for 20. I need one more number. So I can mention it manually also. If you see in the screen, there are three different places where I have number available in three different way. Okay, the sum function is applied number one, number two, and number three. You see these things. So in number one, you see the range is selected. Number two, only one cell is selected. Number three, number is mentioned. So this formula is showing you that you can, within some formula, you can select the range also, you can put it as cell also, and you can put as many numbers you want. Okay, so if I press enter, the answer should be 200. Okay, like this is. Double click the cell, you'll notice 100 towards the end. Although it's possible to put a number in a formula like this, we don't recommend it unless it is absolutely necessary. It is just for learning purpose. Okay, there are different way to do it. If you want this 100, you can add comma 100 one more time. You can add 50 also, anything which you want. So what it is saying, 250. So you directly add the numbers within the formula also. That is what it has been mentioned. As of now, we are selecting the range, but if you want, you can give the formula within the function, you can add numbers directly. So there is another way. Let's have this one now. Okay, this one is already understood by us, that whenever it is greater than 50 or less than 50, there is one more way. There is one more thing. As of now, what we are talking about, we have learned above that whenever it is greater than 20 or greater than 40, you remember this? Greater than 20, and you remember greater than 40 also, which we applied. Let's understand the next way. As of now, we are just talking about it is greater than something. We will apply when it is not equal to something. Okay, let's go below. And here what is mentioned, the overall which you see over here is sum if greater than 50. So everywhere you see it is not greater than 50 apart from 100. Donut is having the amount of 100 which is going above to 50. So hence it is giving us the value of 100 only. Okay, let's have one more. Instead of a single value, we'll have 51. Similarly here I'll do 51. What is the difference in both the values you see? The value is 50 for bread. The difference is over here. So what it is mentioned, greater than equal to 50. Something which is not greater than equal to 50 will not. Let me mention it here. Sum if I want to select this range. Okay. So as of now, I'll just close it. Equal sum if. Sum if is a function which will help you adding the numbers basis some of the criteria, which means basis one of the condition. So we'll select the range first and then we will put comma. Always remember one thing, whenever we are done with one thing, we need to press comma in formula. So as of now, sum if, then the range which I selected, then I pressed comma. What my criteria is, I'll put it within the formula, within the inverted comma. What criteria do you want? For an example, can one of you give me the criteria that it should add only when this thing made? Can one of you please give me one of the condition? What should be added from this range?
20.
Okay, you want it as not equal to 20 or equal to 20. If you mention greater than 20 or equal, see, when you do it equal to 20, so it will give the sum of only 20 values, only for the values when it is having the amount of 20. So if I added 20 in donuts also, now it will add it. So what it is adding? It is adding only the values where 20 is there. Okay, let's take other one. If it is greater than 20, which we already have learned. If we want, it should be less than, it should be less than 50. So we'll mention less than 50. Now it is adding the values whenever it is less than 50. So where you have the values less than 50, 20, 40, and 20. This is what it is. See, some you are able to see over here, 80. We have selected only these cells and it is giving sum as 80. So as of now, the range is completely selected, but it is giving us only for less than 50. Now what we are learning about equal sign, we're using equal sign with it. So less than 50, where you are able to see it only for the values which are below to 50. What if we want that it should be equal to 50 also, whenever the value is equal to 50 or it is below? So we'll add equal sign also after the less than or greater than sign. Then press it. What is the difference? What you're able to see over here is 130. So why 130 is, as of now, it is giving us the total of something which is below to 50 or equal to 50. So what is below to 50 and equal to 50? This is equal to 50. This is below to 50. This is also this one. So the 51 is not added. Okay, let's understand. Just click on this and see the sum of it. See 130. So this is how you do it with some of the condition. Okay. At the same point of time, what it is saying, which is not equal to 50. What if you want it should add everything with the expectation? For an example, I'll apply it here. In this one, you do not want. So as of now, see, we are just trying to do it on a very small snapshot so that you understand it. In companies, when we are working in some of the organization, the data is very huge. The data is very bigger. So as of now, as it is a very first day, we are going quite slowly and slowly and gradually will work on the bigger data. Okay, so as of now, just see the concept should be clear to you. If the concept is clear, it hardly matters the data is bigger or it's very simple data. Okay, so I'll just apply sum if the function and range. I am selecting it like this, and I want something which is not equal to 50. So what I'll say, within the inverted comma, I'll use greater than and less than. Less than and greater than is a sign, is for when you want to say that sum only when it is not 50. So it is not equal to. This means not equal to. If you see over here, the sign less than and greater than, which is not equal to 50. Okay, so I'll just mention it. 211 is the sum what you are able to see over here. As we are saying, it is not equal to 50. So if I select from here, see 211 is the sum. So it is not adding the bread amount for bread because bread is having the amount of 50. If I do it like 51, if I change it and I'll press enter, see this place. As of now, the answer is 21. I'll just press enter. See, the value is completely changed. Why? Because now it is not equal to 50. I think this is clear to you, right? This is how we edit. There are more different way to do other things also, but this time we all only learned there are two functions which we learned. Sum and sum if is the function which we learned. If we talk about the formula, we learned the plus, minus, multiplication, and divide sign. How do we use these signs? We also have noticed one thing, that if we want to use with some condition, the conditions which means equal to, greater than sign, less than sign, and we put it within the inverted comma. Now, what you need to learn, which I have mentioned it earlier, something which is moving on my screen with my cursor. If you see, I am holding it with my cursor and trying to move it. This is called a syntax. You need to learn this syntax. This is very important. If you learn this, then you will learn all the formulas which are there in Excel. You'll learn all these functions. What you need to have the understanding of how the syntax work. So you need to understand what range means. So range means you need to select more than one cell. So whenever we are selecting more than one cell within the function, within the formula, we call it as a range. Criteria always will be one. Okay. You need to select in single range, or you need to put it within the form, within the inverted comma. Now it is saying some range. Okay. So some range, again, it is talking about range. So what does it mean? Range when you are going to select more than one cell. Okay. If it is one cell, it's not a range. But if it is more than one cell, then it is a range. I hope it is understood, right? In case if you have any question, you can put it on the chat also. I'm just checking the chat box. If you have any questions, now let's understand this flash fill option. We'll just understand. Okay, I'll just come on this place. Okay, the other sheet which I'm opening. Okay, do not need to be worried about what I'm working on. Just focus on the data, what kind of data I'm working upon. So as of now, this Excel we are working in is Office 365 product. Okay, Microsoft Office 365 product, which is having a lot of advancement these days. So if you want last name and first name, as of now, first of all, you used to do it in the earlier version. We used to do it with many different formulas and many different with manual activities. As of now, the flash fill is there. So flash fill, we'll just use the flash fill. How we are going to do it? There are two formula if you see. Okay, here you see some formula. How do you see the formula? If you double click within the cell, it is showing you the formula. Here also full name is mentioned, and this is showing you the formula. Now we'll remove it. We'll use the flash fill function. You also can use it on your system. Okay, this is completely okay if you use so. Okay, Nancy and Smith is the first name and last name. Okay, now what do you want over here? You want last name comma first name. How will you do it? So the flash fill is there. A very simple shortcut, Control E. Control E which you need to press. If you want, you can do it on your system also. You can prepare a snapshot like this. Some example like first name, last name, just two things which you need to do. You can add some names for maybe your relatives, your friends, like first name and last name. One, two, three, four, five, as many name you can say. You can see the screen now how I am doing it. The last name is Smith. So first of all, I'll just say Smith, comma, space, Nancy. This is the type which is mentioned above in the headers. I'll just press enter and press Control E. I just have pressed Control E and it worked like machine learning. It has already learned by my example which I have given above and basis that it learned the format and it has given you for the entire range. This is just Control E which I pressed. We call it flash fill. Okay, flash fill is going to help you in many different ways. As of now, we just ate. Similarly, if I use this full name, if I want it for full name, how the full name goes? Nancy Smith, right? So I'll just mention it Nancy and Smith. If I press Control E, so where this flash fill is available, it is available in home and this place. If you see, this flash fill is available, which is showing automatically fills in values. Enter a couple of example you want as output and keep the active cell in the column you want to fill in. So we did it in the similar way. We just pressed our keys Nancy Smith we mentioned. I mentioned and I just pressed Control E. So you can do it from here also if you wanted to go manually. It is available in the data also. Okay. In data you can check the flash field and formulas also. So as of now we are in home tab and we'll just going by easy way. The easy ways to do is Control E is the shortcut. I have pressed Control A and you see the full name is mentioned. It is updated automatically. I did not type it, right? Did you see?
Yes.
Okay. So I hope this has given you couple of uh, you know good feeling about this automation. This is one of the automation also. Okay, before this, I explain you more about flash fill. Flash fill is a combination of 20 different formulas. If you try to use the same thing with 20 different formulas, it will take a lot of time. It will consume more of time. And as a data analyst, you are not re- hired for spending much time on the single thing, right? You need to do things quite faster and you need to analyze the data and provide the summary also to your management, right? Okay. Basis the insight which you are going to provide to the company owners, they will analyze and they'll work accordingly. If you are sharing some of the feedback with your company owners that yes, they need to increase a supporting staff, they need to increase the shift timing for the support staff, they need to reduce the break time. Okay, so whatsoever analyze you will do, you'll analyze the data and accordingly you will get to know the insights. So whatsoever insight you will share with your company owner, they will make the changes accordingly. They would want to get their profit turnover increased. They want their productivity to be increased, right? So you need to provide it in a way, and all these automation functions and formula which we are here learning and we are going to learn is going to help us analyzing the data, right, in easier way. Okay, so the job will be easy for us to do. I hope this thing understood to you. Do you have any confusion in some function or some F function or in the flash field which we learned? Any one of you?
No.
Uh, I'm requesting others also, guys. Please unmute yourself and talk to me if you have any doubt on this. If you wanted to ask any question, it's completely fine. If you do not have the knowledge of Excel, the knowledge of data analyst, I also started from the same level. Okay. So as we are learning, we already know that we do not know it. So it's completely fine to just share your thoughts. L- I can see on a screen Monica Teju Lahiri. If I am pronouncing my pronunciation is right, I will request you to please unmute yourself and talk to me for a minute. We are already done with today's session and we'll meet at the same point of time tomorrow and learn more number of advanced formulas and functions with the advanced options also. Okay. So how we are going to start tomorrow? We'll have your questions answered first. If you have any confusion, so you are going to work on this file like I did. Okay. You can practice doing the same thing which we did today. You do not need to spend much time on practice. Just spend 5 to 10 minutes. Just open the Excel, prepare a kind of a snapshot, a simple snapshot. It will just take 10 minutes. And if you have any confusion in the class tomorrow when we are going to start the session, just ask the question. So we'll have the question answered first, then we'll go for this session ahead. Is this fine, guys?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay, great, great, great. Really, thanks for your time. I just would wanted to, understand what, you also think about it. That is only the reason that I have, please just start talking. Okay, that's all. What if you have any feedback for me, guys, please talk to me and just let me know if my speed is good, if I'm quite slow, or if it is fine for you and it is perfect for you. Okay, so you can share the feedback also, so accordingly I'll maintain the speed. Okay, so guys, really thanks for your time. Please take care of yourself. I'm done for today. Let's meet tomorrow at the same point of time. Thank you so much. Good
Thank
day
you.
ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
Really thanks.